Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. It is your girl here. And hold on one second. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty. So just hold on. You guys, bear with me. Uh, okay. There he goes.
Or
Add to stage. I don't. I don't see your.
yeah, that's what I don't understand.
It's something. Your camera. You need to allow your camera it to accept your camera because it's your camera that's not allowing you to show up. So
Now, how am I supposed to do
go
that?
back and then hit accept camera.
Okay,
Anyway, guys,
I'm gonna redo this.
it is Gail here. And Sweet Lips will try to join us. So okay. Bear with him. It's been a minute since he's been on. So give him time. So how are you all doing? While we're waiting for Sweet Lips to do what he do, how is everyone doing? I guess you guys miss him, huh? I know you do. You don't need to tell me. You do not need to say, "Oh, I missed your brother," because I figured it all out. Just one second, because we are going through. Oh, it's hard for Sweet Lips to get on. I don't know why this time. See, this is what happens when you take breaks. This is what happens when you take, and he didn't take a break. He was actually sick. But just one second, we're going to try to get him in here. But we're just having a recap, going over some things that we have gone over already as far as um, the relationships, okay? Marriages, which we were speaking of, and relationships. So, again, give me a moment here. And why am I so ill prepared? Why? Why? Somebody type that in the comment section to me. I don't know why. And I guess this happens when you're used to doing it by yourself, and now you are joining forces once again. So, again, bear with him, bear with me, because we not know what is going on here and what is the problem. But it seems like it's his camera. It's his camera. So let me just see here. We're gonna have to do what we have to do. Again, um, technical difficulties. Okay, leave my little brother alone. It's still his camera. Because here he is back with
Oh,
no
and
picture.
you sure it's not on your end? Cause yeah, it can't be my end. Cause everything I touch on my camera is fine.
Hey, Sweet Lips, can you hear?
I can hear. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Just let me text him. People won't stop with the firecrackers already. Just 1 second. Just 1 sec, guys.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Just 1 second here. Maybe I'm gonna have to step away and then guide him and then come back. But let me just see if he's getting the hang of it. Poor thing. Just a second. She keeps showing up, but this camera is not
Come on.
there.
It's not on my end. Can you hear me?
Guys, let's call him so we can get this right.
Hello?
Hey, what you have to do is allow your camera to be accepted.
How did I do that? I didn't stop it from being accepted. Any other time?
No, but sometime you haven't done it in a while, so maybe it's blocking it, but you have to allow your camera to be accepted.
Where do I go for that? When I went to
Into your settings.
settings.
Go
Okay,
to settings.
I'm in settings.
Go to camera.
Oh, the camera. Okay, it's on top. Camera. I press camera.
Okay, and does it show your camera?
Yeah. But then it says all types of things. Mirror of my camera. Touch up.
No, the
My
very first one is camera.
yeah.
And what camera do you have in that box?
When I touch it, nothing.
Click on it.
I did click on it, and the only thing that shows up is all
Does it
this.
say HP, True Vision camera?
Okay,
What
it says HP True Vision HD camera. Yeah, it says that.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do? Then when I click on that, it says, let me see.
Guys, just give me a minute.
Yeah, it's just saying, yeah. There ain't nothing happening here. Nothing at all. That's weird. You know,
On the bottom of your screen, does it say, it says mute and then it says stop camera? Is stop camera clicked?
let me see.
Click on stop camera.
When I click on stop camera, yeah, I mean, I can. That's all you see. I don't still you don't see me.
Okay. Now go click on your picture.
Picture, like the
And
picture.
does it say, does it where it says edit name and headline?
On my picture.
Yeah.
First, full screen. Okay, on my picture, it says say it again because I don't see that on my.
When you click on your picture, does it say edit name and headline?
Uh,
On the microphone.
Oh, on the microphone. Go to mic.
Yeah. Click on it. No, don't unmute it.
Yeah, unmute it.
And on the bottom, on the bottom of your screen, it says mute, stop camera, settings.
I got settings. Okay, I click on
No,
settings.
no, go to stop camera.
On settings.
No, it's right before settings.
Okay, let me go back.
Guys, we may have to.
Go to stop camera right on settings. Wait a minute.
Right. So it says mute, then it says stop camera, then it says settings.
Yeah, I'll click on stop camera, but it don't do nothing but just what it does. I do not understand this.
Click it again.
I did, and it just exited, and then it does the same thing. That's it.
Okay, stop right there. Now I'm going to see if I can hear you at least.
Okay, can you hear me?
Hold on a
Can
second.
you hear me now?
Wait, because I need to turn down this phone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me, but you can't see me. I
can
need to
hear
be
you.
seen. People need to see me. It's been a while. My fans out. They need to see my face. This is not how this works.
Okay, guys.
Oh my goodness. What the heck? I
Guys.
can't believe this is happening. I don't understand it.
I'm going to let me just mute myself.
Why I got this feeling that it's on your side and not me? I don't hear nothing you saying. I don't hear nothing. Oh, Lord. This is crazy. You do this on purpose. You do this on purpose. They just can't see me. They can hear me. I know how this works. They ain't to just steal a show.
And this is on your end. Guys, we are going to disappear for a minute and then come back and get Sweet Lips, because he really think it's on my end and I'm doing it on purpose, and really I'm not. It's on his end. But I'm going to, but if I click off, I can't walk you through it because you would be off. Let's just go without him. We could just do this without him, and then he can just try again tomorrow. I tell you, because we have not had this technical difficulty. Then let me just get him on and not be selfish. I will, but if I come up, I'm going to mute you guys. I'm going to mute you for a minute. Guys, I'm gonna have him try to log in with his phone. Yes, he's having some type of difficulty, and I'm not there to walk him through it. But it sounds like he needs to go into his display and uninstall and reinstall his camera, and maybe it would work, but I'm not there to do it. So again, good evening. Sorry for the technical difficulties. He could have went behind the screen, but he refuses to because it's been a while since he's been on, and that's just not what he wants to do. So I am telling you, hey, look, sometime you run through this, okay? Sometime technical difficulties happen, and it just so happened to happen tonight. Thank God my dogs are no longer going crazy because, you know, it seemed like the week of the 4th, everyone wants to set off their fireworks before time. And it is what it is. I tell you, it is what it is. So you hear a couple of pops in the background. Trust me, it is, it's just fireworks. But anyhow, so we are just going to recap what it is. No, what we went over already as far as relationships. I'm telling you, this just really had me thrown off. Because usually I'm just on this, and now I'm just being the scatterbrain. But we're gonna make the best of this, okay? Because this is just a recap on relationships, all that we have spoken about leading up to this point of marriage. And this is sweet. Oh my goodness. I don't think I can send it to him. Oh, Jesus. Guys, let me just do something here. Because I just realized I told him to come through his phone, but you just see. Because we've never tried this before. I know that I always put this in. Guys, this is what we're going to do, okay? Because this here conversation is one he needs to be a part of because this is his area of expertise. So this is what I am going to do. Okay, so we are going to, oh, sweet, this is calling me. Hello. I'm logged in and I don't see you. Are you on your phone or are you on your computer? I don't see you. I'm right here. Let me, you log in with the one that I sent you already, the very last one. Okay. Now, just as I was about to excuse myself and say that we will do this come tomorrow, he said he got it. So let's just give him a minute, and this will give me time to take a look at something real quick. I am telling you, technical difficulties happen to those out there, okay? Look here. But let's hope that he gets in. He said he think he has it, so we will give him a moment. I heard a beep. There's the conceited one himself, guys. There is the conceited Sweet Lips that would not just sit there and speak the way I've been speaking to the computer through the picture. No, he had to be a part because he
Hello, everyone. I am back. I am here. Sweet Lips itself is in the flesh, baby. I know you miss me. I know you miss me. I know you miss me. All my loved ones, come on in. Come on in. Sweet Lips is here. Oh, Sweet Lips, sugar pie. Sweetie, I'm back. I'm back. I am here. I'm here. Now pour the love in. Pour the love. Yeah. Okay.
You know, don't say that you did not witness this yourself.
Let me say, this was so stressful, but then yet, soon as I called Michelle and said, "Can you help me?" It made me so mad that the only thing she did was go on the top of my laptop and click something over. And I'm like, "What's that?" She's like, "Maybe by accident you click. It's a thing on the top of the camera that you probably clicked the camera off." I don't remember touching nothing. Anyway, here I am. Here's I am. Here's I am. I'm gonna talk a country now. Here's I am, everybody. Here's I am. Sweet Lips is here. Now y'all come on in.
Now, let me just do the intro. It's a sledge here because it's no longer Gail because I am with my partner. So it is sledge. And here's my little brother, Sweet Lips, the sweetest lips in the West. There. Now that we got that almost an hour later.
Hey, you know, hey.
You know what they say, better late than never.
Yeah.
The sweetest lips in the West. He is well now. He is well. He's feeling good. You look 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 good. He was sick. He was sick a little bit. He was sick a little bit. But now, this conceited little, I don't know what to call him, is that, oh, why can't I be on the camera? Or you just holding it up. It's you. It's like, it is not.
Hey, it feels good to be back. It feels good to be back.
Oh, my goodness. There he is. And the guys, I found him lurking in the backyard.
Where's my peoples? Where's my peoples? Where's the love? Where's my peoples? You better get in on this. You better get in on this. This old pretty face is here on this camera.
Marie was there at one point, but I guess she had waited so long that she had disappeared.
Where'd she go?
I did not even ask.
Man.
I did not even ask.
Where's the baker? I miss my homie the baker. Where the baker at?
Hey, the numbers were going up and going down. They probably was like, what is it? What is going on here? And why? Why? But guys, he is back. He is well. He is well. He is well. He is back. And we are going to recap. We're just recapping on relationships. What are we looking for in a relationship? What are we accepting in a relationship? Because we're speaking on marriages, but I want to kind of backtrack and recap and go over what we accept in a relationship is what we bring into a marriage and how we are to treat one another and the ins and outs on what to look for, all the red flags of the relationship. So that is what we are going to talk about. I am also going to discuss James 3 verse 8 from a reading that I did earlier. So I am going to discuss that because I just promised that I would touch it because, I'm being led to touch that that subject. So that is what we are doing. That is what we are doing tonight. That's what we are doing. Okay. So on that topic, Sweet Lips, do you want to tell them what is your idea? What are you looking for? And so far, all the things that we have discussed, I know that you missed almost 2 weeks, but if you look back on it, and I know that you said that you were one who's saying, nope, not me, not me. This is not me. It's for the birds, and I'm the bird. But what is it that you are looking for? What are the
And
things now that you know that you would accept that you won't, that you accept them, but won't accept now
well, are we talking about in a relationship?
in a relationship? Because
Oh,
the relationship is what leads to
oh, well,
marriage.
me, I like a nice sized booty, breast just right. You know what I mean? Things like that. You know what I mean? Something that bounces around a little bit. Nah. Okay. Honestly, wow. In a relationship, I'm not. I can't say it sounds more like the corny. Wow. It's wow.
Like, why do you think that? Because I'm just looking back on my past
I'm
notes.
I'm more like this. What honesty? Someone that's just wow. I guess that's all I'm yeah. I don't look for much. You know what I mean? See, you caught me off guard with that one. I must
I
have been going
know
wrong.
because that's the whole thing of not scripting it. Because when you script it, then you
Yeah,
just have all these answers. I don't want it. I don't want it
oh no,
scripted.
because yeah, I guess honesty, someone that will understand me, someone that willing to go through the ups and downs, be in for the long haul for the fight. You know what I mean? Some people just like when things go wrong, they gone. They can't handle it. I'm looking for someone, yeah, yeah, I would say that ups and downs because it's the tough times that really counts in a relationship to me. That's important. The easy stuff is always easy. It's the tough times. That's what really counts to me. When it's really, really tough, will you be there by my side and when we stick it out together? That's what counts to me. The easy thing is that's nothing. Because like they always said, people always around when things are going great. But when things are bad and you at your worst and your lowest, where's everyone at? So yeah, I would say that's what more important to me in a relationship than anything else.
That is true.
Okay,
That
and
is true.
besides, they got to know how to cook. I mean, that too. That's important to me. That's very. Hey, my stomach is sensitive. That the cooking is important to me. They got to know how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, I don't want no relation with nobody that don't know how to cook. Because I ain't the type of, I ain't doing all that eating out every day. I can't do that. You got to know how to cook in there. Yes, I can cook, but I don't want to cook. I don't want to. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't want to. I like my woman to cook. I want to eat her cooking. I don't want to cook. Now, if she on vacation or something like that, then I'll cook. I got no other choice. But if I got a
Right.
choice, I don't want to do it. But yeah, that's the most important to me in a relationship. Just honesty and sticking together with all the worst things. Because man, let's just put it this way. I would love so far. I am so blessed, and if I can get to the stage, that stage where in a relationship, marriage, where you are at, I'm cooking. Look how long you've been married. What, 30, 40 years?
Don't put 40 in there. 35.
Okay, it's almost coming closer anyway. Hey, 35, a couple of more. But I mean, look how great that, so yeah, I would, just like I said, I would never ever want to get married again. I mean, yeah, I'm still on that kick. I don't think I ever want to do that. So that's something that, yeah, I would never go down that route. But yeah, I'd rather just live together for 40 years.
But I still truly believe that when Christ comes, that we will all be married. The world was not created for anyone to be. He did not create the world for a single person. Even
But,
animals had mates.
but you got some people that are single and been single for years.
They won't be. They
Oh,
make it. Their names in the book of life. They won't be.
okay. All right.
Everybody won't have somebody. I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
Okay. All right. I guess I can go with that. I guess I can go with that. Yeah, I can't believe I miss my constituents. They miss me. I'm telling you, they gonna regret it. They're gonna
And,
regret it.
I was so busy trying to, I didn't even send a text out.
See, it's all your fault. See, that's why my constituents are all your fault. You ain't said nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna tell them, let them know Sweet Lips back in town. Old lover boy himself. Old sweet chocolate. Old milk dud. Whatever you want to call me, I'll be that. I'll be your honey pie. I'll be your chocolate dry. I'll be whatever you want me to be. I'll be that. But that's me. See, I can make it up right up in his head. Now take a look. See the beautiful face? This handsome man here. See what God blessed me with? This beautiful face. Now, to all my constituents out there that's saying, Sweet Lips, we miss you. I know you did. And I thank you for all your good blessings. I miss y'all too.
I just think that really, when you set goals together, that's important.
Oh yeah, I believe, yeah.
Discussing financial moves. That's something I would do. Having that discussion about infidelity, I would discuss that. Religion, I would discuss that. And the reason why I would bring it up is because what I want to do, that you should do this day and time, is flush out all the red flags in the beginning. Because when you start talking, you know what I mean? Are we splitting the bills? How much we should save up? And I'm expressing to you about what you do that bothers me. I need to see what your reaction is going to be. Because if you blow up, then you're selfish.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you know what? That discussion of the bills and finance, sometimes that alone, what a person really like, because some people just disappear when that happens.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This day and time now, you should want to flush out all the red flags.
Yeah.
Like, it should be no more thing of, oh no, we're just chilling and that's it. And no.
Or you should be now in this day and time, you should also be prepared to handle things on your own. You should never put yourself in a situation where that you have to depend on someone. Oh, they don't pay their half and then I'm out in the street. Nah, it should be that no matter what happens, I'm able to take care of this and afford this on my own.
Right. And
that's why you need to also.
You need to flush out all the red flags. This here time, you have to flush out all the red flags. When, even you should discuss all that, I don't want a club. You want a club? Because then that's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit around drinking all day. You want to sit around drinking, that's going to be a problem. But I think the whole thing is the moment you see the red flags, don't ignore it.
Yeah,
because if you're a partier and he's not a partier, then that, you know what I mean? That's going to be
that's going to be an issue because it's not going to work in the long run. Because when y'all do two different things, they're like going to the clubs, hanging out with friends, having friends come up. You be like, well, I don't like all that. I don't really hang out with clubs. I don't need people in my house every day. That's not. But if you accept that, once you accept that, then that's on you. Because you had a chance to say, you know what, this is not going to work. This ain't for me. This is not for me.
Exactly. I truly believe that. I believe that too. And that's why I said it is so important this day and time to flush out the red flags
Yeah.
and
I
not
agree.
just sit back and ignore it. You know what I mean?
And don't
You
sit
like
there
company every
spending
day, like
money.
you said. That ain't me. What is your face?
Yeah, and this a little insubordination. You know, yeah, you
Who's
know.
that, the dog? Well, I have mine indoors because, um, man, Kobe will whine all night because
The
that
fireworks,
firecracker.
fireworks.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
got
God.
mine indoor, but a little insubordination. No, and just you know, showing out when I'm up here handling business and ain't no better. Man, so, yeah.
Guys, let me tell you something. The face that you give your children when they're acting up and you give them that look and they fall back into line is the same face we live gives to his dog.
I just, oh man, okay. I just,
And the crazy part about it is I can do that to my dog as well. Like just be looking like, didn't I
oh,
just say not to do that?
mhm.
So yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. But yeah, to me, those are the red flags that you need to look for. And you need to see, like, okay, now let's go out. How many times did you pick up that bill? How many times did he even make an offer? How many times did he open the door for you? You know, things to show signs of respect and signs of commitment. If you
Right.
don't see no signs of commitment, again, why are you in that relationship?
And you know what? And I agree because that's something that you would have to speak about commitment when you meet
And that's
somebody.
what I said.
And it's
Those are
like
the
what
things
you
we need to
want.
have that
And do you
discussion
want a
about.
long-term relationship? Do you want commitment? Do you want to get married? You have to ask these questions because you can't assume anything. So if you upfront with that and ask those questions up front from the beginning, then and some people just don't. They sit down and talk about everything else but that.
Exactly.
You should these things you should be asking.
And that's why I said a lot of times they're just going off that feeling in the bed. Everything is based on the bedroom. Everything is based on looks.
And if that's what you're looking for and you're upfront with somebody with that, then that's fine. Because at least you can
Right.
say, I told them, they know. So if
Right.
someone lets you know that and you accept that, I'll say it again, don't complain because you accepted it. Don't complain down the road. You accepted it.
Exactly. Exactly. And I just believe that if these, to me, I swear, it's like dating this here day and time now should be like putting in a job application. First of all, I need to know what your credit score is. And I just need to know that for security reasons, because if you talk about getting a place and you know what I mean, your credit score is bad, then you know what I mean. Then I have to make that decision. Do I want to carry that weight, or you
Right.
going to use that as a well? I can't put my name on this lease, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. Like those things should matter in the beginning.
Unless, you know what, I could agree, but unless the person is, because everybody has a downfall. Everybody has a turn in their life with it. But if they've been working on that, like for instance, people fall behind in bills, they fall behind in debt. It's the way the world is. But if you're working on that and you've been trying to pay off that debt, then that's showing that you're responsible. That I've been working on to take care of this myself. It take you some time, but I'm gonna pay this and that. That's understandable because, like I said, these
Right.
days, a lot of people now,
Just
with the way
show
things
me
work,
your payments.
yeah, well, see, I can
Yeah,
understand that, but
you've been, because let me tell you something. People tend to lie so much.
yes,
And if
yes,
I'm in it for the long haul and I say to you, well, can you show me? Like, do you mind? Like, if you get all hostile and you know what I mean, you're all guarded about it or whatever, then I'm going to assume that you're lying.
But
Because
that also
if you show me that this is what you're doing, and then, I know that we are on the same page, then give me that opportunity to even help.
but then also you got to think about it this way: when you first meet someone, some
Oh, yeah,
people
me first
actually,
meeting someone, I am.
they actually, some people actually take that personal. It's like, look, we
Yeah.
just met. I'm not going to tell you about my personal business. Give me time to get to know you, and then we could talk about that down the road as we going along. But I'm not answering no questions like
Right,
that.
no, 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 yeah, and I'm not talking about, because trust me, when I just meet you, I'm not trying to handle, no, no,
Yeah,
no bills, all that stuff. That comes. I would say
to me, I would say like a
first
maybe
3 or 4
third.
months you would know.
Well, no, I would say those questions, asking those questions will come as the maybe third or fourth date. Third, if you've been dating 3 or 4 times, be on a date, then the questions start getting serious and heavy.
No, I
Now
don't even want
I
to know
would
that.
ask them.
Okay, to me, it would have to be 3 or 4 months down the road, because, like, day 3 or date 4 or whatever, you know what I mean? We're still in that getting to know each other, and I don't really want to know about any of your bills when I'm trying to get to know you. But as the relationship progress, then, and we decided we're going to take this next step, then those are the things to me that needs to be discussed. You know what I mean? then
Right.
then we can be like, hey, are you ready? Because I think the mistake that we make is that some of us fall in lust and call it love.
I
We
agree.
call it lust and we call it love.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean? And some of us are so damaged from previous relationships that we cannot stand to be alone. There's something about being alone that, you know what I mean, a person just like, oh no, there's no way I can be alone. So, I know I haven't healed, and I run right back into the same person again.
Right.
Maybe a different skin color, maybe a little bit taller, who knows? You know what I mean? And so I'm bringing that baggage and I'm hiding the damage that has
Right.
been done to me. And the deeper you get into this relationship with me, I've hid it so well. Because, like you said before, everybody trying to impress everyone. And I don't want you to see how damaged and crazy I am. So I continue to put band aids all over me. And then the next thing you know, you're in a relationship. And then now you realize, well, damn, I can't even say hi to her without her just going off.
I agree. I
You know
agree.
what I mean? Or I just can't say I don't even agree with you, and the next thing I know, he going upside my head.
I
So
agree.
that's why I said, in this day and time,
But you also, I always feel like on the first date, to me, you have to ask that question. I believe on the first date, you have to ask the question, what do you want out of a relationship? Because here's the thing,
yeah,
you both don't want the same thing. Then because if you don't ask that question up front the first time, then you at least know where we going. If this ain't gonna work, this is not because we won't want the same thing. So let's not waste our time. Because if someone said, "Well, I'm not really looking for anything serious," and you be like, "Well, I am," so this is not gonna work. So we could just might as well just forget that right now. It's not gonna work. You know what I
but
mean?
right, but in the beginning, I know for me personally, and I have had these nuts. Hey, Ashay, how you doing? Hey, Sister Slave, what's up, sweet lips? Sledge, you said slave. I'm looking like, who is that? What's up? Now, this is what I believe, and this has happened to me. And I tell you, when you talking about somebody running, I ran. Um, because when I first meet a person, I don't want you telling me about how much you love me and we haven't even dated and I don't even know you. To me, that's a red flag. That's a clingy person.
Right.
I would have to exit. And I can't tell you how many of those jokers I don't ran into with all that, oh, I just want to love you. And I just want like, oh no, uh-uh. No. We can't do love at first sight.
You know, I can understand because I never ran that line before. At least I don't think so. And if I did, I know I was lying. But anyway, that was back in the day. Back in the day. Back in the day. That's way back in the day. Back in the day. Back in the day. Was young. I was young. Back in the day. Back in the day. You know, that's why. You know, I just hey. Sweet and tell it. Hey,
Somebody get him.
because here's the thing. What do we say? We said we about the truth here. We all was once young. When I was young, I say anything to get to them sugar draws. Believe me, I don't told some lies. Oh, believe that. And then afterwards, I don't try to, get out of it. But as I got, things, that's why I said you learn like how to just be upfront. And here's the thing what I learned. And here's the thing, I'm gonna tell you why I changed from doing that. Because when I started actually really taking things serious, I remember meeting a girl back in my day, and we had a conversation, and the conversation was so well because she was so upfront that it made my jaw drop, because she was saying things, running game that I used to run. And I'm like, wow, because she was like, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't want no man, I don't want nothing serious. If we're gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I was lost for words, like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. She was so upfront and truthful. And that made me realize, like, you know what? Hey, there's women that's the same way. So I respected that. She let me know I don't want no man. And I'm thinking, like, okay, I was shocked, but at the same time, I was thinking, like, hey, save me a whole new speech. I ain't got to say nothing more. No, hey, you say no more. Say no more. And I learned, and me and a friend of mine, we talk about that, how we was back in the day. But we always said we were so upfront with girls. After a while, we was upfront. We let them know what it was. Ain't no need to lie anymore. And if they wasn't with it, we walk off. It's like, okay, no problem. Because, and that's how I said, the first date tells you all, let somebody know upfront what you're about. Let them know so they can make that choice.
Shay said you can't possibly tell someone you love them before. That's what I said. At least let me tell you though, you can't tell someone up front, less than 6 months. But let me tell you something, and this is the honest goodness truth, and I've said to you guys before. When the first time when I see my husband through mutual friends, and then I met him, I seen him again a year later when we were introduced. Don't call me fast, but it was about, we dated for a month. And that was the first man that I have ever moved into my place. That was the first man that I had ever had in my child's eyesight. Well, I had my nephew with me also. And I said to my friends, I said, he is going to be my husband, and it's going to be sink or swim. And just within that month of time, his demeanor, that let's go get him, that we are a team, you know what I mean? I love kids. It was just something about him. And here it is, 35 years later, we're still together.
See, but that goes back.
That can happen.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that goes back to some people say things like love at first sight. But you know what? I believe, because here's the thing: you can have a chemistry, something, it's like just something that feels within you, and it goes both ways with them and you. Like this person's for me. Like I know it, and it can start with the conversation. You just like this is the one for me. I know this is the one for me. You just feel that, and sometimes you got to go with that because the heart knows. It's like you just know. Me, I'll say it again. Yeah, I mean, hey, that was, hey, I don't know. I'm just different now. That's all. I'm more, responsible. I wasn't responsible then. I'll tell you what you want to hear. Hey, sure, you want to hear something, I'm going to tell it to you.
And the fact that we both came into that relationship with nothing. We both came into that. I mean, well, I did have my own place. Uh, and he had just moved up from Oxnard because he was in Southern Cal and he moved up to Sacramento. But you know what I mean? We were in between jobs, so I didn't have one. He just moved up and he didn't have one. And we just came up with, he was in roofing, and then we was like, okay, well, let's just get this license. So whatever little money that I have, let me just, pay for you to go to contractor school to get your contractor's license. Like we just did it that way. It was just something that I knew that.
See, that's what I'm saying. You just know.
This was the person that I intend to spend the rest of my life with. This is the person, you know what I mean? And the crazy part of God, I'm telling you, it just must have been God guiding.
You know, I feel you. I feel you on that.
With a girl, like a lot of times you just can't just bring anybody around your damn female child. But I had no fear. There was no fear that, you know what I mean, he was going to try something. Like there was just no, there was no fear. There was nothing. And I think the fact that also helped was that he didn't have any kids. Because I've told you, if I see somebody, if I see a bottle in your car, I'm going to assume that you have one. And
that's why I said, sometimes the heart just know, because, it's just when you see things.
I know I love Pat until after 6 months.
See, I see in my situation, when it came to I just knew. I knew that this would work. And I just said to myself, okay, Melvin, this is it. I feel it. This is the right person. So what I did, I just said, what you're going to have to do, Mel, you're going to have to go back, go to your stable, everybody out. Yeah, I got to get out. Just throw them all out. Yeah. I ain't want to farm no more. I ain't want the whole stable no more. I'm like, yeah, everybody out. Everybody go, yeah. You know what I mean? And, hey, you know what I mean? I wasn't a farmer anymore. You know what I mean? I ain't need the farm.
Why?
Yeah, it had to go. It's like, I just knew. You know what I mean? You go back, you know what I mean? It's just open up the stable. Yeah, everybody, you let the style, let them out. Hey, yo, hey, you know what I mean? Let them go back out to the free range. I'm just saying. I knew. You know what I mean? I just knew. So I got the right pony right here. This is the right pony. I found the right pony. Exactly what I was looking for. You know what I mean? So yeah, we gotta do what you gotta do. So I know how that feels.
Why?
I'm just saying.
Why? He said he opened up the stable. Get out of here. Everybody go. Boot to you.
Hey.
No more grapes. No more watching watermelons roll.
Nah, that's how they go. You know what I mean? And you have some horses hiding in the back. You gotta go in there. Yeah, whip them out there. Yell now. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You just know these things.
Why?
Hey.
Why? And then he said he had the stable.
Yeah, I'm a blessed and changed man. I'm telling you, because man, the older you get, the wiser you get. Yes. When you look back on things, and hey, I get wise and wise each and every time, man. It's like, look, I love the way my life is.
Yeah.
I love the circle in my life. And I appreciate that every morning and every day. And I wake up every day and I say to God all the time, thank you for the blessings, for my loved ones, for me, for my health. Oh, and that is every night and every day I say that. Because, that's just how it is. And, look, when we hear in this circle that we are now, and it's a very small circle when it comes to even with you and I, this is love, right? And that's why I love is that hey, I sent that thing out. I know everybody got it about when it comes to family and the things about how things change after a while. You know what I mean? And certain people, that's just a true statement on how things are.
Right.
You know, but nah, I'm just, hey.
Chase said, hey, Mel, you got to test the stable before you pick the stallion.
I don't get that. I don't test the stable. Oh, boy, what? I don't test the stable. I even breeded the horse. So, hey, it was time. Hey, I already knew. I knew. You know what I mean? I knew. It was time. It was time. Right, them horses was getting old anyway.
What you said they couldn't make it around the track anymore?
They were heading for the glue farm. So
you said they were not part of the Kentucky Derby. Nah. What? But you just know, like I said, the maturity plays a role, and that's what I said.
Yes.
When you think of now and look at where you are at now, and you look behind you and say, I did not know that person. Because it's immaturity, because you're immature. We don't know. We don't know. We just going with the flow of things.
And I like how you said it. I like go-getters. I like someone that's, I like go-getters, not, because when you doing certain things, to me, when I'm doing something, I'm all about the positivity thing. But when I see it's not getting anywhere, it starts to feel like it's pulling me down.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, come on. It's like, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I like go-getters. I like, and because that's who I am. It's like, that's what I like. And I like positivity. Not, well, I can't today. That irks me. It's like, no, I don't like that. I don't.
And I think the thing in relationship also is learning how to communicate on a whole different level. You know what I mean? You give up that me, I, and then you start to think about the person that you're with. You know what I mean? Because when you first start in a relationship, you're still in the me phase, because it's always been about you. And I think when you start to fall in love, you start to soften. Like it softens your heart. It softens your heart. If you've been burnt before, then you go and guard it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, thank God. I've never been burnt in a relationship before. I've never had a relationship. Every relationship that I have had, I was in control of that relationship. I entered in that relationship saying, do not put your heart in it because mine is not. That was the honest part about me. It was no one that I've dated that I sat there and pretend like, oh yeah, I want to be with you. I've always said, do not put your heart in this because mine is not in it. That I was upfront with. I was upfront with that because, you know what I mean? At those early moments, like in my life, I can say that I didn't know what love was. I didn't even know what it meant. The love that I seen as a child growing up, to me, there was no way that was love.
Right.
So when it came down to the word love, I always feared it.
I look at it with me, and honestly speaking, I can say that I have been in some relationships where that, honestly, I did the burning. You know what I mean? I don't roast up that bed. I don't set the bed on fire. And that was on me. That's because, see, I was thinking only one way. You know what I mean?
Right.
When things ain't going the way I wanted to go, then I'm like, well, then what I want to do this for? So I don't messed up something. And then there's some situation where that we both was burning it up. So there's a situation where I've been like, whatever I was doing, they were doing too. So
Right.
I learned from all that. I would never say, well, I was the goody two shoe in most relations. I was in full crap. I was nothing but a straight up dog. And then, like I said, I tell you what you want to hear, and this is that. But no matter what I did or how I did it, I built my foundation. I put things together. I took care of my home. I was one of them sitting around, not to say dudes with a 40 in one hand, drinking, do not. Nah. I did the cleaning, I did the cooking, I do painting. I hook up the foundation.
Right.
But I also was the one that when you turn around, you just don't see me no more. I'm coming walking the door at 3 a.m. Ask me what I've been, I give you a whole story, but it wouldn't be the truth. That's been me. I'm being honest. But I learn from these things. I learn from these things. That's what life is about, learning. You learn from it. You know what I mean?
That's why I said in a lot of relationships, if you don't seek some type of counseling, some type of help, it takes a longer time for you to heal, but you're bringing in baggage.
Yeah.
And you're hiding the baggage. Ashe said it's best to be with someone that's compatible and gives you motivation. No more donkeys. Oh my God, he's the horse with a donkey. What's going on here?
But it's a true thing. It's like, look, I the roles that I play in my life, in my past relationships, is the roles that I take. I will always take 90% of the responsibility because it falls on me. There's no excuse about that. That was me. That's all me. But then I also been in situations in relationship where it's like when you think you're doing something together and you want to try to change, you realize, hey, that person cutting you out the deal. It's like, what happened to togetherness? Like, oh man, all of a sudden I don't let my guards down. I'm thinking, okay, let me just do this together. And I realize, hold up, that ain't even happening no more. Then I just go back to my bag again. That's always been me. I get defensive. And now I'm like, okay, now I got to go out there and I got to build me a whole new stable.
Stables.
But see, that was the old milk. That was my mindset and how I was thinking.
Right.
Because I had to put up a defense. That's how I look at it. But like I said, live and learn.
You know what? Today, I did reading today, and it was on James 3, verse 8, and it was speaking of our tongues, our mouths, and how our tongue is like a double-edged sword, and how we use that to break people down. And and I said during that reading that when my mouth became reckless, it became as a way of protecting myself, because sometimes people can take things for granted. Sometimes people just look to lie on you just to be lying on you. Sometimes the person that's the closest to you would be the ones that do the most damage. And at that moment, you're not thinking, you know what, I'm not going to pay attention to what this person's saying because I know that it's a lie. And I know that, the Most High will fight my battles. Sometimes we're not in that mode. Sometimes when people do take us by surprise.
Right.
And your reaction is verbal. So as much as you can look at a person and say, I love you, and this and that, and the moment you feel slighted, all kinds of things will come out your mouth that a lot of it you can't take back.
You're right. I've been there, and I've been tongue lashed before, and I remember when it happened. Not only was I shocked, I was shocked, I was hurt, I was devastated. I just it just shook me, and I couldn't come out with anything because I was just that shook because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But you know, in every relationship, you live and learn. I not learned to deal with it, even though it messed me up mentally for a good while.
Yeah,
I just said, you know what, I'll deal with that. Okay, that's cool.
that's what it is.
Yeah, and you know, when you
That's
do certain things, and they always say it comes back on you, and all that I did came back on me. But that situation, when that came back on me, then I always felt like this wasn't right because I didn't deserve this was happening right now. It's like, hey, this is oh, wait a minute. No. But it just made me angry, and I could have did things were running through my head at the time. And I was like, can't do that. All right, you can't do that, just that, because it just made me feel like a fool, an idiot. Because I'm thinking like I said, you thinking one way and someone's going another way. And it's like, wow, I could have stood, well, okay. So it's
and
like
they did it so sneakily. They did it to the point that you was blindsided. And the crazy part about it is others would try to warn you, but you did not want to believe that a person would do you that way, especially a person that you have been with for that long period of time. And that person asking and begging for you to change, and you change, and the whole time I was changing, and the whole time you
go.
Yeah.
And see, and that's why
then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that.
I always say I'm not afraid anymore. I like, and to me, that's the most main thing that I love, is I love a powerful woman. I'm not afraid like most men are. They don't, a power. Nah, most men feel like they gotta be way above a woman. Me, not, no. Woman's powerful, intelligent. I'm cool with that. Like I said, but as long as I know now and I see and I feel her actions or what she's doing and how she's motivating me and she's moving and she's bringing me along, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Exactly. Because you do have some men that's afraid.
Oh yeah.
That shows strength.
Oh yeah.
And if you're down for each other, and because I truly believe that in a relationship, especially in a marriage, you cannot strip a man of his pride and dignity and then expect him to act like a man.
Yeah, I've been told that a million times. But here's my thing is, I always feel like a powerful woman is a good thing to me. I really do. I feel like, like I said, I love that. I can't think of, but there's a difference between when someone makes you feel like you ain't nothing. That I don't like. But it's one thing I can take. If I'm with a woman and she's sitting there and she cussing me out, and what's coming out her mouth is the truth, and she putting me in my place, I can handle that. Because it's like, okay, right. Look, I need to be checked. So, okay, yes, I didn't see that. Okay, yeah. Some people can't handle that. Oh, what? No. The woman cussing you out. She just cursed. But everything she's saying is true. It's like, sit there and take it. She telling you the truth, and you know it. Don't get mad about it. Appreciate she's telling you the truth. She's telling you for a reason. She's telling you because she loved you. She's telling you because she wants you to shape up before you start to ship out. She's letting you know.
And a lot of times, you know what I mean? She's telling you, and when she's coming that direct to you, she's coming from a place of hurt. And she's trying to let you know, I am tired of this pain.
Yep. And you're so right.
Speaking to you, and it's falling on deaf ear, and I'm ready to walk, but I'm trying to work it. So a lot of times it comes from pain, and that's on both. That's from a woman and a man.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're speaking from a place of pain.
Yeah, and it comes from that buildup. They've been sitting there taking so much and just watching, be like, okay, okay, this build up. And then it's like, now it comes to a point like, okay, no more of this foolishness now. Now I got to say something. Because then here's one thing I know about a woman. When they start to tell you something, I already know they telling you something that happened from last month, last year. This has been building. So she's now letting you have it. So it ain't something that, oh, you just did this last week. No, she giving you the whole rundown of how long this crap been going on. You got to take
Well,
that.
he or she. And then the crazy part about it is the failure in any relationship, married or not, comes from communication.
Yeah, that's right.
The lack of communication and the problem that we have with taking things and taking people for granted.
Ugh.
You take them for granted that they'll always be there dealing with your mess.
Yep.
Ashay said, why is that Black love is so trauma based?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't, speaking like we speaking because, we're Black, but I think any love of any color is trauma based because you have some that will outdo, you know what I mean? I want to say a lot of times what we do is out there the most, depending on what season it is. It's like sometimes we can go far beyond and above and over the top that
and another thing
we pointed out the most.
Yeah, another thing we need to start doing is, if you're gonna love someone, I ain't even talking about even your spouse, I'm talking about even family. Love me all the way. Love me through all the bull crap. Love me when I'm down. Don't just love me when you feel like it, because we have a tendency of just reaching out when we want to reach out. We need something. How about reaching out or calling saying hello every now and then? No, love someone all the way, fully.
Ashay said, no, I disagree. Black love is very trauma based. Well, just put in there why do you?
I think what she's trying to say is that's because sometimes Black love is trauma, because sometimes that's what we brought up around. That's what we see all the time. That's what we was around it so much. So we reflect what we've been seeing instead of, down the road as we get older, we find out that that's not the way to go. There's another way to go. But when you've been around that all the time, that's what you're reflecting.
And you know what? And that's why I said that it took me so long, and it didn't matter who it was that I was speaking to, that I said to them, do not put your heart in this, because my heart is not in it, because of what I seen as a child and was told that was love. Yeah. Like this could not, treating someone like this could not be love.
Yeah, and see, and that's what I'm saying.
So I guess
that's what she mean by trauma based. Because like if you work around certain things that you see going on, it could be your parents arguing all the time, or this is and that and all that, and you thinking like, okay, that's just the way things go. But you realize as you get older, like, nah, there's another way to that.
Because I didn't even have to wait until I got older. I knew as a child, like, let me tell you something. What I knew. This is what I knew for sure. If someone, and I always said, if I ever got in a relationship or I was ever married and someone woke me up out of my sleep to get them something to eat, I was going upside their head and that relationship was over.
Hold on. See, I beg to differ.
I for you.
There is times when I have done that. Let me tell you something. I didn't get no pushback. I respect the fact that they actually got up and fixed me something to eat. And here's why I say that. Because if they would have said no, I'd have been fine. But the reason why, only time I ask something like that, because I want you to cook what I know that you only can make, and I like what you cook and the way you cook. So I'm asking. But other than that, I would heat me up something. But I'd be like, okay, you know what? Today
let me say it again.
That's how it was with me.
Let me say it again. I have always said, if I was asleep and someone asked me, wake me up out of my sleep to make something to eat, that tongue that I be trying to control, when I get done, we are done. Do not wake me up out of my
It can't be
sleep.
that bad.
That is trauma.
Yeah,
That traumatizes
that's not a trauma. That's not trauma enough to
No.
end no relationship.
That
That's for
is
sure.
trauma to me to end a relationship.
Nah,
If you are that
come on.
lazy and you pass that kitchen that many times and I am in a good sleep and you dare to ask me for a sandwich or drink of water, let me tell you something. When you wake me out of my sleep to ask me for something like that, sorry to say, you better be sick as a dog or damn near on your deathbed. You better not ask
But that's
me.
not, see, but that to me, that's not a
No.
groundbreaking relationship, because most you could say
Grounds
is
for
you
me.
just, but most women will just turn around and be like, well, fix it
No.
your goddamn self and go
Don't
to sleep.
ever.
That's what they're
No,
doing. Go to sleep.
No. But see, this is what I am speaking about when I say that thou childhood trauma is what we bring into a relationship. I was traumatized. I
Right.
was traumatized always hearing, get up and make me a sandwich, get up and do this. And I'm looking like, is she really getting up to make this fool a sandwich? Like, oh my God. And here I am as a child already 8 years old that I can comprehend what is going on and saying to myself, I would never get with a man that will wake me up out of my sleep while you're sitting there watching TV and ask me to make you something to eat when you
Well,
see
you know,
that I
I
am
just have to
asleep.
say,
No
personally
way.
myself, I would
No,
never wake
no.
I would never wake a woman up to say, make me a sandwich. If I wake up, make me something to eat, I mean, you cooking something. I can make my own sandwich.
See, this is what I'm saying. No, do not nudge, call my name, because if you can't find something in that kitchen to cook for yourself until I get up, you wake me up, we are done.
Wow.
We
That's
are
messed up.
done. Do
Okay,
not.
okay.
Do
Okay.
not. Let me tell you, you talking about childhood trauma. Let me tell you what will end a relationship. And that's why I always said to them, do not put your heart in it, because I'm not like, I don't even really know what love is. The love that I see has me shook and afraid. I don't even know what love is. And then the very first person that I love is the very first person, the person I'm still with then. Until, no, I always said, do not put your heart
Understand
in
that.
it. I just didn't understand what it was. Like, to me, love meant control, love meant pain, and love meant that I would never be in love. So
Right.
the whole time, I was never in love with anyone. The very first person that I ever dated gave me everything that I had, that I would want. We were young and the word no did not exist. Because let me tell you something. When I heard no, I ain't gonna even lie. Them hands was like, did you just say no? Like, oh my goodness gracious, I'm so afraid. You told me no. No one. Let me tell you, that's what I said. When you go through your childhood trauma,
Yeah.
to hear the word no and to constantly hear the word no and to hear the word sit down or don't do this or don't do that or do this because I said
Right.
no. No was a trigger. Like, I didn't even know how to respond to no. Like, I think he just punched me. But all I said was no.
I can
Sometimes you
understand that.
go through that trauma that you just don't know. And then, and then the sad part about it is now what Ashay says makes sense, because then you look at that trauma, and from that young age, from what I've seen visibly with my eyes, from that young stage right there, traumatized me to the point that I said, And I had already made up my mind at 8 years old that I would never trust a black man. I ain't gonna even lie about it. I
Right.
said I would never. And anyone that I dated during that time frame, you best believe I said, do not put your heart into this because mine is not, my guard is up. You know what I mean? Like, I already knew that I was coming in with childhood trauma. I already knew it. So they didn't know. So it was like, because if you say no, it's going to be all bad.
Right.
So, you had your stables and she had her ponies and I had my nose. Like, no, how dare you tell me no? You didn't even say I think about it. Like, maybe I can accept, I'll think about it, but I'm not going to accept no
Right.
because it already messed up my head.
Any more comments? Nobody got comments?
Well, Ashe said she said that SHIT will get you tossed out the window head first.
Jeez, oh Lord. Boy, that's violence, boy. Oh, that's violent.
When
Oh,
you coming in with your childhood trauma, you
yeah.
coming in with your childhood trauma. I'm telling you, you are traumatized and you have to give yourself time to just figure things out. And then the crazy part about it is that the time that you really need to figure that out, like the world is just going faster. Things are now is really, really picking up, and you know what I mean? And really you're lost in the shuffle, so you tend to withdraw. You tend to withdraw, and that's all I did was withdraw. That's what y'all talking about. Oh no, she was on the other side of the tracks. I was on the other side of the tracks. I was trying to hide, like, oh God, crazy. They were crazy about the day. Let me get a rock and go up under that rock and stay under that rock and peep out.
That's understandable. That's definitely understandable.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just don't. You just afraid. Like,
Yeah.
my God, things are happening so fast, and it just seems like it's elevated. And now I'm just looking at what I seen as a child, and now you know what I mean. I'm moving towards my siblings and the rest of my cousins, and it seemed like this is some hereditary shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
hereditary, and so you just think, you know what? Let me just go ahead and take a step back and let me try to figure out my way myself. And like you said, when you know who you are and you know what you bring to the table, you know what I mean? You're looking for someone to bring that same energy with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're definitely looking for someone to bring that same energy. But let me just read off what I have here in the relationship. Communication, open, honest, respectful communication is crucial for building trust and understanding in any relationship. Trust forms the foundation of a strong bond, so it's important to be with someone who is trustworthy and dependable. That's what you were saying. Respect. Both partners should respect each other's boundaries, opinions, and individuality. Compatibility, and this is what Ashe was saying. Shared values, goals, interests can help strengthen the bond between partners and foster a sense of connection. Now, support. A supportive partner is someone who is there for you through the good times and bad times, and that's what Sweet Lips was saying. Offering encouragement, empathy, and understanding. Emotional intelligence. Partners who possesses emotional intelligence are better equipped to handle conflicts, express their feelings effectively, and understand each other's emotional needs. Now, shared responsibilities. Both partners should be willing to contribute to the relationship and share responsibility in a fair manner. Overall, it's important to prioritize mutual respect, communication, trust, and support when seeking a healthy, lasting relationship. And guys, that was our recap over what we spoke about previously in a relationship. Tomorrow, because it's the 4th, we will take that break. But when we come back on Friday, we are going to go over the red flags once again. So we will spend this week recapping because we're talking about the promises that God made for marriages, but we're recapping on what we have spoken about, bringing that relationship into the marriage so that once again we will not lose sight of how you get to that point of marriage. So she said that Ashe said that's why therapy is good and it work. It helps you sort through a trauma. Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Sometimes you just need help through that trauma, and when you try to do it on your own, it's a it's a long, slow process to me that you should not rush regardless on how the world around you is evolving and how fast it's going. You have to do what's right for you, and you have to take your time because sometimes you can only get that one chance to do it right.
Right.
But we thank you. Hey, it's been a while. Sweet Lips is back. He is good to go. And this is Sledge, and that is my little brother, Sweet Lips. Thank you
Thank you,
all
Ashe.
for hanging in there with us.
Ashe. Love you. We'll see you soon.
See you come Friday. Happy 4th of July to the ones that is on the 4th already. And for the ones that's not, that's out here in the West Coast with us, hey, get ready. But be safe. Be safe. Be safe. No illegal fireworks. And if you do have some, I don't want to know about it.